Today I'm going to take you on a little behind-the-scenes house call. We're going to meet Mary and see her collection of handmade Yorkshire oak furniture, which we're then going to sell in auction. This is all made by Sid Pollard. Now, Sid, no longer with us, but Sid was an apprentice and worked for a very long time for Mousey Thompson, Thompsons of Kilburn in Yorkshire. If you know anything about Mousey Thompson, you know how much money they make. Well, this is as good as any Mousey Thompson, made by Sid Pollard. One owner from new, we're going to sell it. But first of all, we're going to meet Mary, who bought the stuff in the 1970s. Well, this is a lovely collection, Mary. Tell me about it.
Well, in the late 70s, a friend had a table made by Sid Pollard, and we loved it so much that we went to see him in Bagby. Very near where he first started his craft at the Mouseman.
Yes.
And ordered the table and the chairs.
So this was the first purchase?
This was the first purchase. The second purchase actually was a little nest of tables, but I'm not parting with that. Okay,
you can't do without them.
No, I love that so much. Yes.
So date-wise, this would be what, 1970?
Round about 76, 77.
Right. I mean, it is absolutely immaculate. You've cared for it beautifully. I've got to tell you, it is lovely, isn't it?
I love it. Sad to part with it, but.
Oh, I know. But you're living in Spain.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And did you buy the chairs at the same time?
Yes, we did. Yep.
So he made it for you,
especially for us.
Oh,
yes.
One owner from new.
Yes.
And what was Sid like?
Oh, he was lovely. We actually used to go and visit him when we weren't buying things because I loved to listen to his stories, and he had this fantastic Rolls Royce in his garage.
Did he?
A blue convertible.
I love him even more now.
Yeah, would it be? I don't know. Would it be a Phantom? I don't know.
Or a Corniche?
I don't know. A very old one, 1920.
Oh my goodness me!
Absolutely
so that would
beautiful.
Yes.
And we used to sit in it and,
how fantastic.
We'd have a cup of tea and lovely chap. And so we kept in touch with him.
And so after over 40 years of good use, the table and the 6 Sid Pollard chairs went off to Elstob Elstob auctioneers, and they sold for £1,400 for the group, substantially more than they cost all those years ago.
And then decided that we needed to add to this.
Right. So what came next?
We got the sideboard.
Right. And was that something bought from the shop floor, or did he make it for you?
Again, he made it for us because we wanted glass in it rather than the panels. So I think most of his work was made for people specifically. So he made the bottom part, and we had that for until 80-ish, 81 maybe, perhaps. Yeah. And we thought, right, we need a top now.
Oh, wow, so you added to it.
Yes, so then we had the top made, again with the glass.
But look at that. I mean, so the top is a few years younger, but the match is absolutely perfect. I would have never have known that.
That's right.
But it makes it even more interesting.
Yes, and we decided we wanted that sort of hinge and little handle. He often used to use the very round ones, but we just liked those.
Yeah.
So we went with that, and yeah.
Did you ever see him actually working?
No, I didn't. What? No, I didn't actually. No, I didn't, because we used to go around on a Sunday mostly because we were working during the week, both of us. So we didn't actually see. We went in his workshop.
Right.
We've seen things that he's in progress with, but no, he was in his Sunday best.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Traditional, yes. I suppose. And did he tell you stories about Mousey Thompson?
Oh, yes.
Did he?
Yes.
What did he say?
I mean, what a career to have, working in a place like that and carving the little mice.
Yes.
And I believe in his very early days after he'd retired, when he was making furniture, he did put a little critter on, but then he quickly stopped and I think he decided that the wood would speak for itself, the work would speak for itself.
I've heard that about Sid Pollard, because a lot of people went through the Mousey Thompson apprenticeship scheme as he did, and he was a very early one.
Yes.
And so they all started adding their own critters.
Yes.
But he was the one that said, I don't need to.
No.
This is my work,
right.
and everybody knows it. And I think that makes it a bit more sophisticated, really, doesn't it?
I think so.
Oh, I do. Well, I was just like you, Mary, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I think it does, because it's great. It's a bit like a painting, an artist. A well-known artist's work doesn't need to be signed. It's signed all over.
Yes.
And this is signed Sid Pollard all over, isn't it?
Love it.
And there we have it. The signed all over Sid Pollard handmade oak Yorkshire dresser with the top, dating to the 1970s, sold for £1,200, which is substantially more than a piece of furniture similar to this made 200 years earlier. Just shows how the market is. Yes. Are you going to be very sad to see them go?
I'm going to be extremely sad, because they're my babies. But
haven't they served you well?
Oh, absolutely. They don't owe us anything at all.
Yeah.
And we've got wonderful memories sitting at this table and displaying things up there. But we're in a different life now, and we're displaying other things elsewhere. So
yeah. And
yeah.
is it quite a nice feeling, thinking that they're going to be going on to another family and start another couple of generations of use?
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
It's nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any message to the new owners?
Oh, well, enjoy and look after it. I know you will, but it's just wonderful furniture, and it's obviously been made with love, and it's been loved by us.
Perfect. Thank you, Mary. Absolute delight to meet you. Thank you.
And you, David. Thank you.